Hello and welcome back to the 29th episode of the Rule of Two here on the C Cinema Reviews channel. We thank you very much for watching and listening to this show. And if you're new here, hey, what's up? JJ, good to see you again. Or not see. Good to have you listening again. This is obviously a Star Wars show here on this channel, and today we're going to be talking about really the big main thing that happened this week, which was Bob Iger talking to the Hollywood Reporter, and he has some some very interesting things that he said. But with me, as always on this show, is Misa Sista.
What up?
And that will be the only Jar Jar reference today, hopefully. Yeah, so this is obviously a Star Wars show. If you enjoy this and want to see more like this in the future, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you haven't, because I don't even do this for most channels, but hit the bell next to the subscribe button and you will get notified probably in your phone or on your desktop every time a new video of ours comes out, so you can stay up to date with the Rule of Two. We also have a playlist with all 7 other episodes of the Rule of Two on the channel. I'll definitely put that annotation at the end of the video, so yeah, skip to that if you want to go back and watch any other ones, or stay around and then do that when you're done. Anyway, let's get into what Bob Iger said. This is he had an interview with the Hollywood Reporter, and it's very interesting because of what he says, and it's not just about we are going to talk about just the Star Wars stuff, but it was kind of a Disney thing where he understood, and he takes the blame for Solo not making so much money. I don't think he takes the blame for it being quote unquote not good, because I think it's a good movie. He takes the blame for it not doing as well as it should, because it was Lucasfilm wanted to push the release of the movie back to December, and so that they can get out of the way of all the other Marvel big stuff for the year, and it was Disney, and he makes it seem like it was him who also made the decision to keep it in that summer release date, and so it just kind of got swallowed up by Avengers: Infinity War and Black Panther and things like that were just all around it, and it didn't really have the big marketing push, because he says in the interview as well, they weren't gonna make an exception for Star Wars. So like Disney, it's very clearly obvious when you go back, when you look at throughout this entire year from December, which was Last Jedi, from then until the release of Solo, clearly they pushed Avengers more.
Oh yeah,
clearly.
I think there were even some reports that said that they couldn't put out Solo stuff, like the Target or whoever it was that was selling it couldn't put out Solo stuff until a certain point after Avengers, and
that's a month away.
That was toys and everything.
Which it really
So
he kind of takes the blame, and he says that it probably was a mistake for them to release it during the summer, because you think about it, Rogue One, Episode 7 and Episode 8 all crushed in the winter in December there, and they all got a bunch of buzz as far as marketing. And there's not really, this year, if you think about 2018, there's not really a lot. There's Mary Poppins. And
well, yeah, they have other movies that they wanted.
Kind of
Mary Poppins is
But Mary Poppins
giant.
But let's just be honest though, Mary Poppins won't be Avengers.
No, of course not, but it might be.
It's going to make a lot of money.
It's definitely going to make a lot of money, because in the same way like the same vein of Star Wars. They have nostalgia. We haven't seen this in 50 years.
Yeah.
Like
more than that, way
and
more.
people love Emily
It's almost
Blunt.
like 60.
The street monsters in it.
Mhm.
There's so much going for that movie.
It looks magical.
Lin-Manuel Miranda, who
Lin.
is hot, like
Good old Lin.
like that movie. They wanted to put it where it's gonna make bank. So
right. Yeah,
but they could have put it in like
they
I don't know. They
could have put it
in August or September.
December. I'm telling you, December is there. They could have moved Mary Poppins up to like beginning of November, and then December.
But if they were looking for a quick fix, they could have moved it to August or September.
Yeah.
But
and he says that
I know they wanted to reclaim the May date, but
yeah,
it's just not gonna happen.
There's like it's also apparently like Disney has they did kind of push back a couple 2 or 3 other movies. They pushed them they would have been released later. But Avengers was released earlier, and that was because they kept Solo in that spot. They're like, ooh, that's gonna be, cannibalizing on their own market, really.
Right.
Which like, and it's so nice for me at least. It's so nice to have this guy Bob Iger be like, look, it was a mistake, and then it was I love it that he wasn't putting the blame on someone else. Like, well, Lucasfilm was too confident, or Kathleen Kennedy really wanted it. He was like, no, is Disney's decision to release the film when it was released, and he's like, hey, it was a mistake. It's my fault. We could have made a lot. He now he understands that they could have made a lot more money. Probably going with December, and had a lot better marketing though.
I don't know.
I think the marketing is what made Solo not get so much money, because there was only like 2 or 3 trailers.
I don't believe that.
It was like 2 or 3 trailers.
I don't believe that.
Are you kidding me?
No, I think
look at all the other ones. Look at
they could have put everything into marketing that.
That's what I'm saying.
But no.
But it's not going to beat out Avengers. Like, you're going to have to put
everything into marketing that. But they could have never predicted that people would turn so hard on Episode 8 and boycott Solo. I think that's the main reason.
That's the problem.
I think that's the main
there
reason
was
why Solo didn't do well.
For it.
Because people hate, like, not everybody.
No.
But
I still don't think that was the problem.
I think it is.
Because at the same, like, Solo made money, it just didn't make. There was only 2 trailers. Do you
think it made its money back? I don't. No. Because they literally reshot like most, if not all, of the movie, and Disney's got that kind of money. They can do it, and that's never gonna hurt them, right? Because they just got Fox and all that. Like, Disney's never gonna hurt for money. For the rest of our lives, Disney will always be at the top there, right? The problem is them making the money and them the marketing. I'm telling you, there wasn't a push. There wasn't a good Solo push until it was way too late, because of where it was. It was in a terrible spot. It was in a terrible spot. It was about a month after Avengers, Avengers is still making money. Yeah.
You got Deadpool right around there as well. It was just in a terrible spot. And it's not just that, it released a month after Avengers. Avengers got all the trailers. Solo had 2.
It was the biggest movie of
exactly
the summer.
That's what I'm saying.
So it should have gotten all the trailers.
Yeah, but
what I'm saying is maybe it would have helped if they had really done a marketing push.
It would have.
But
yeah, it wouldn't have.
I do think it's just that the fans were so toxic. And so I really think that was...
But those fans wouldn't have mattered.
I think that was really... But that's just my...
That's like maybe 10% of the fan
That's
base.
just what I believe. You can believe something different. But what I'm saying is that, like, the fallout was really bad. And
I don't think so. I'm telling you, I think it's maybe like 10%.
The fallout was really bad.
No, it wasn't.
Just
the people that you heard. Like, I guarantee you
I know
that's under... That's 15% and under. Like, it might be less than 15% of the fans actually hated The Last Jedi. I'm telling you, there's at least 85% of the fans who were like, hey, it's fun, it's great, it's fine.
3 things. they could have done a marketing push that was bigger than what
Yeah.
they did. That might have helped.
But they didn't want to get in their own way. That was the problem.
The movie was not the best Star Wars movie.
No, but I mean.
And third, the fans boycotted it.
I don't think that
so.
The
well, I do. So that's
like,
that.
You're never gonna get those fans. They can boycott it all they want. That doesn't stop a movie from making money. That will not stop a movie from making money. If I guarantee you now there are people who are going to go to Target and see Solo, a Star Wars story.
Oh yeah, everybody who boycotted it is now getting the Blu-ray.
I'm telling you right now. There are people who are going to go into Target, see that little Blu-ray section with the poster up top, the cardboard and everything, and be like, "When did this movie come out?" Because they didn't see a trailer for it.
Well, I disagree, but
I'm telling you,
what else did Iger say?
It's not the hating 20% of people, 15% of people who hated The Last Jedi.
Okay, well that's your theory. I have my own theory.
Yeah, but that
what else did Iger say?
That doesn't really make any sense though.
I think it does.
How, like, do you think Episode 7 made $2 billion because Episode 7, Episode 8, Rogue One made a whole bunch of money, not because, those guys were okay. It's not like, I don't think that's a very small percentage of the fan base.
Well, we will never know what percentage of the fan base that really is.
It's
but
small.
I mean, like, we don't know, but I think it did have an effect. So, I think it had an effect. That's my theory.
Smaller than Salacious Crumb.
So what? No, I disagree. I disagree with you so much. But that's not.
That's fine. Like, that's cool.
So how many movies do you think we're gonna get? A year, every 2 years, 3?
I think that we're gonna get one every year. But the difference is when you see what he says, he's like, look, we're going to focus on one thing at a time. Like, and completely focus on it. And give them time. I don't think, they're not cutting back. He never says about cutting back. He says slow down. You can expect some slowdown. And he says, but that doesn't mean we're not going to make films. He says you can expect some slowdown. So you're not going to get one movie coming out in December and then the next movie coming out 5 months from then. Mm-hmm. I think that's what he means. I think he means we're not going to have boom, boom. It's going to be one every year. And I think what he means by slowdown is if a movie needs the extra time, like Solo clearly did need the extra time, whether it was the shoots or just the extra time for the marketing, I think what he's saying to us the fans and to the people, I think he's saying if a movie needs extra time in order to get reshoots done, editing done, anything like that with production, he says, I think he's like, okay. I think him and Disney are not going to be afraid of saying, okay, we'll push this one back. We'll give it the time it needs, and then on the other hand, I think if it's just a weird thing with their calendar where they see another big movie like Avengers comes out, I think he's going to say, look, we're going to take it slow. We're gonna give any Star Wars movie, because he realizes and he knows now with 3 movies that did really, really well at the box office and then one that didn't do so well. He understands that, look, Star Wars, regardless of whether it's part of the saga or not, can make money when given the right amount of time for the marketing, right? With Rogue One made a bunch of money, the other 2 made a bunch of money. So he understands that, and so I think he and Disney will now give not only the people making the film enough time to make the film and make it the right way and the way that it was intended the first time without doing massive reshoots, He'll give them time to do that, and then he will give the marketing team time to do their magic, because Star Wars can make money. And in my opinion, really what he's saying is we're gonna announce movies like let's say he announces the Benioff and Weiss movie. It's boom, they're gonna announce that movie. They'll just be like, okay, it's going into production on this, but they're not gonna announce a date for when it will be released. I think that is what he's saying.
Okay.
I think he's saying
Let me just say this. They're never going to put out another Star Wars movie in the summer. Never ever. They're staying in December. That's my prediction.
Yeah.
For the rest of time.
That makes sense.
They make a lot of money there.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I wouldn't mind if they only went to one every other year.
Yeah.
I think that's fine. Give each movie like 2 years to do their thing.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's not like we are starved. We still have books and shows, multiple shows, comics, like video games, if that's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Like
that's one thing in my opinion that Star Wars needs to pick it up, is with the video games, because
I'm saying, they can.
Yeah,
they're not
course,
just gonna like leave it there.
Yeah.
So I think once every other year would be fine. In December, we'll just pick up the other year with the shows.
Yeah,
whatever.
We'll get the movie, and once a year worked for 3 years. It worked for 3 years because they had the time to not only make the films, they had the time to market the films correctly, and you got a whole bunch of kids. Like, let's just be honest, you're not going to go out and buy your kid a Star Wars thing in May when, for no reason, just because the movie's coming out. But hey, Christmas is coming out, the kid wants something, get him a toy.
Well, I think people will buy their kids Star Wars stuff regardless.
Yeah, at Christmas, yes. But if you have a movie that ties into the toy, that kid's gonna want that toy even more, and maybe want more than just that one toy.
No, I think people will buy their kids stuff regardless, like, of what month. Yeah. But they will buy more if it's during a holiday. So I don't think, but
at the same time though, when that kid gets that toy, if you tell that kid, hey, there's a movie with this guy in it, that kid's gonna want to go to see the movie because he's been playing with the toy for.
Do that for if it was in May or December.
No, because you wouldn't go buy your kid that toy. Well, you wouldn't go out there. December is like works so well for Star Wars,
it's a holiday,
because the toys. But it's like the only holiday other than your birthday where you get people things. You get your kids toys.
Yeah, but they have the May the 4th, and they have these like little things.
Yeah, that's great. But I guarantee you that they sell more merchandise in December than any other month.
Well, obviously.
And when you have a movie that ties
December, but I think
that's more money for your merch and more money for your
You have all of these Star Wars movies coming out, and you have these parents who love Star Wars, and that's great, and they're going to buy their kids the toys regardless of whether it's in August or December or May or whenever it is.
Yeah, but
I really believe that. I know, but that's just because it's a holiday that they're going to make more money.
They're going to make a lot of money.
Obviously, but they're going to make money wherever it is in the year. They might make more if it's in December.
Make more, yes.
But that's just because it's a holiday.
Yeah, and it's the best time because kids are off of school, and so you're gonna that kid likes that movie. Hey, I'm off school. Can we go watch it again?
Look, you don't have to convince me. I like it in December.
Yeah, it's great. It's great not only for the movies themselves where you get that. There's a great marketing push because it's like the opposite of really what else is coming out as far as movies go in that time, in that end of the year time. It's all the Oscar stuff like that, right? Mm-hmm. This year it'll be Mary Poppins as well, but it's mostly Oscar stuff, and that's very small, that's very drama. And then Star Wars for the past 3 years has done that really good marketing where it's like, yeah, you wanna cry, you wanna have all the drama, yeah, you can go see those, but hey, you wanna have some awesome big huge fun with all of your family, boom.
Mm-hmm. Have you noticed that in each Star Wars saga movie, that like in the first one they had snow. In episode 7 they had snow, and it was like in December, and then episode 8 they had on Crate, it was like snow.
White, yeah.
Like every time one of these things comes out in December, it's like, oh, they're in snow. I don't know. I just thought I'd bring that up.
You're gonna use snow in the next one, right?
I believe you will. Yes.
So they'll go. Okay, they'll just find another snow planet.
Yeah.
Snowy planet.
Obviously, it's a big galaxy.
Yeah, of course, but like you can't run into a snow. They gotta get tired of putting coats on, right?
Well, Crate wasn't really snow; it was salt. So I mean, they had coats on, but just to look cool.
Yeah, makes sense.
So,
like what he's saying. Another thing, he's like JJ's is busy making 9. They've got the Game of Thrones guys, developing. This is his words. They have the Game of Thrones guys who are developing sagas of their own.
He doesn't say guys; he says creators. That's a little bit.
Well, it's the same
nicer,
thing. It's
but
the same thing.
yeah, sagas is interesting.
That trilogy that they're going, oh man, we could 10 years down the road after they've done the prequel to the Game of Thrones movie. Well, they'll probably not do, but after they've gone off and done other stuff. Hey, you guys, let's make another trilogy. Bam, we could have 2 amazing trilogies going at the same time. How cool would that be?
What?
Sagas of their own.
Oh. No.
He didn't say just a trilogy, a series. He said saga. I know it's because Star Wars saga, and that's just the lingo you use when you're talking about Star Wars. But that to me is just like, ooh.
Look, if it's good, they can give it to me. But
really,
I wouldn't mind just getting like 2 movies from them, or just 1. Yeah,
they are
even
clearly,
for Ryan Johnson.
Yeah,
just 1.
But them, Benioff and Weiss in themselves, they are clearly better at a serialized, planned out, long form story.
Could you have used some more words in explaining that?
That's what they're good at.
Yeah, I know, and they better finish Thrones soon, or we're all gonna die here. It's
gonna be okay. They're gonna finish it. They're gonna win some more Emmys, and then they're gonna go on to Star Wars, and it's gonna be great. But like this to me tells me though that after 9, we might not get a movie for a year, maybe 2, just to give Benioff and Weiss that time after Thrones to set up to get all that planning out.
Do you remember the reports that came out that it was like after episode 9, that's gonna be the end of the Skywalker Saga.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's not happening.
No, I don't want that to happen, but I do want them to take a break.
Mm-hmm.
Give me like 5 years.
Okay.
7 years off from them.
And then we do old man makeup with everybody.
No. No, you just make it like 5 or 7 years later.
Okay.
And then we can have like...
Would it still be the Skywalker Saga? After?
Yeah, totally. Luke's daughter from some lady he didn't know he had a daughter. That's how we're going to do it. I don't know. Just some mystery child.
JJ, the mystery child.
You're our only
You don't want Broom Boy's continuation of the
No, absolutely not. I don't want to ever see Broom Boy again.
Oh, JJ, if you put Broom Boy in there, you will have a happy host in me and a not so happy co-host.
Never, ever go back to that planet again. Leave that boy there.
You don't have to go back. You can take him off.
If he wants to get out, he's going to have to fight his way out and make it to our people with the cameras, because we're not going...
With the cameras?
Yeah. Where they're shooting our stuff. I don't want to see his face.
You don't want to see
again.
Broom Boy?
No, absolutely not. What's his name? Blag? That's a horrible name. I don't want to see him again.
Broom Boy's so cool, though.
No.
Okay. Well, JJ, you do what you do, and you're gonna make it great. And I think it's all good.
I did not need that scene at the end of episode 8. They could have just ended with the Falcon going off into the distance.
It would have been perfect, or at least a perfect ending to that movie. But at the same time, so like who would be okay? So you want Luke's child, which is not happening.
Luke's unknown child.
It's JJ. We all know it's not happening.
You could totally drop it into a an anthology film
Mm-hmm.
and just
Yes.
have like some little kid.
Like
Who's-
Broom Boy?
Yeah.
You want discount Broom Boy?
No, like they could be in a flashback or whatever, or like maybe the movie goes from like this time period to this time period or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And so you just drop it in one of the other films.
I don't-
There's this little kid who's got force abilities, and then you hear Luke's voice going, like saying the name or whatever.
First steps.
No, saying the kid's name, and then the kid like looks up and they're like, "Sup, Dad?" You know, or whatever.
You wanted Mufasa style with the clouds forming Luke's face?
No, I want to whisper from Luke Skywalker, and in the next movie, when the kid's older, much older, obviously.
Right. We'll get Rafiki to show him his own.
Then we will get Luke
own reflection
in
in
the
lake.
blueness and all of that. Yes.
Your father's right there.
As a ghost. So. Yes.
I don't
that's what
know,
want.
man. I don't think JJ's gonna do that though.
JJ.
Since you're listening,
He can make it happen.
he can make it happen. Yes.
Rewrite the script. No.
No, please. We want this movie as soon as possible.
I trust JJ. He won't do anything
he's
too
gonna do
crazy,
something great.
and he won't.
Hey, the more the crazier, like, as long as you can keep it, like, you think about the original trilogy, that's crazy. Father's the, Darth Vader, crazy stuff, Magic Sister, crazy.
What?
The original trilogy.
Magic Sister.
Sister, they're wizards.
Who's the sister?
Sister, Leia.
But magic.
Magic, yeah, she's just like, oh, that's my sister.
Oh.
If you want to get crazy, like, the original trilogy is crazy. You got
Yeah.
the father's Darth Vader, the sister. Wow, I met her. That's my sister. It's like somehow,
Yeah.
crazy tinfoil hat is where Star Wars is rooted in. And so JJ, if you wanted to do crazy, that's totally cool. If you want to set up that second or the next part in the saga, totally cool. Yeah. Cool. And Benioff and Weiss, since you're listening, we have like I'm pretty sure we have like a good 4 consistent viewers. I know one of them is JJ.
Yeah.
And I know Benioff and Weiss are hot every Sunday morning or Sunday evening. It depends on really when I put it up. But every Sunday when I put these things up, I know you guys are listening. I know you want some advice.
And George Lucas himself is the 4th.
And he's really?
Yeah, I believe it.
George? Not Kathleen?
George Cardass.
Not Kathleen?
No. I think it's George.
Okay. Well, George, sorry we haven't acknowledged you before as a listener.
He likes to keep it under wraps.
Okay, well, yeah,
I'm
he
sorry,
has his guest profile on YouTube. It's not George Lucas 123.
No.
Yeah, since you guys are watching, totally, I understand. Bob Iger, very smart dude. Take your time, make it the best possible story that you can make it. And then, give it time to market it. I do think that one a year is fine. They're not slowing down. They're making sure that everything's good. That, in my opinion, that's what they're doing. They're not slowing down. They're just being careful.
Sure.
And not careful in that, safe stories, not taking any risks. They're being careful as far as the time they give their filmmakers to make the films, and then the time they give their marketers to market the films. I think that's what he's saying.
Sure.
Any last words? Not that you're dying or anything.
No. Just that, like, I hope you guys enjoyed the show.
Yes, of course.
And come back next week, because we will definitely be disagreeing next week.
Next week.
Disagreeing.
I am going to be yes.
He will definitely be wrong.
Next week, I'm going to be caught up with all the Darth Vader comic.
I will not.
Next week, so I will probably talk about that next week. 100%, 60% of the time. 100% I'll be caught up with the Darth Vader. I do know that the next Lando came out, so I'll try to get that as well, and then we can discuss that one. It's the 5th one. I think it's a 6-issue run. But yeah, stay tuned. Like I said, subscribe. I know our 4 consistent viewers are subscribers, but for that 5th guy, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe right now. Hit that little bell. We thank you very much for watching and listening to this episode of The Rule of Two. We understand that we're not evil. No, we're fine. But it's two of us.
In the Star Wars universe,
I'd probably be... If I was a Force user, I would end up evil. If I was not, I'd probably end up like a bounty hunter or something like that.
If I were a Force user...
I wouldn't be like a farmer.
I would definitely be good.
I am not a moisture farmer. Just letting you know.
But if the circumstances were right, I could be evil.
But hey, DB and Benioff, I'd totally play a moisture farmer in your saga. Totally.
I think his name is David.
You can kill me. What?
Never mind.
Benioff and
Weiss.
And Weiss. Sorry, I mean, I'm on an initial basis with it.
Initial basis.
A first and middle name initial basis. Yes, I'm totally cool with you burning me up, Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru style. No problems there.
What? You want to get
in the
cast
sagas,
in this movie?
Oh, that would be amazing.
And you want to be burnt up?
I would be like, so I got some ideas. But they listen, so it's all good anyways. Thank you very much, and may the Force be with you.
Always.